We welcome you to Riverdale High School for another high school football pigskin preview. We're joined by the head coach, Jeremy Klepfer, in his 8th year here with the Falcons, and the junior running back and linebacker, Josh Bushong, down at the end. Coach, a 4-6 campaign a season ago. 40 guys in camp this year. Nice to see the numbers improving.
Oh, definitely. It's nice to have the numbers back out. You know, it's the first thing I seen going out there on Monday. You know, it's like, wow, we got a lot of kids out here. So it's definitely a change over the last couple seasons where we were down number-wise. So it's good to see them back.
Josh, how'd the summer go for you guys this year?
The summer we had quite a few in the break room. We had, what, 20?
About 22.
22 average. I mean, that's pretty good for us. So we were all working hard and getting ready for the season.
Josh, take us through how two-a-days are going so far. Do you have a least favorite drill that Coach Klepfer throws in there every once in a while?
Oh, the speed cut drill. Never fun.
What happens there?
Running and more running, yes.
As we tape this, you guys haven't quite broken out the full pads yet. How eager are you to get out there and start hitting each other again?
Oh, that's part of football. That's my favorite part of football. Hitting is that's the best part of the game. So can't wait to get ready for next week and start hitting.
Coach, for two-a-days, do you have a general philosophy that year in and year out you take as far as how much hitting, what type of things you're installing offensively and defensively, or does it change based on your personnel?
Oh, it definitely changes based on personnel. Also, you know, when you go 4-6, if you don't change anything, how can you expect anything different in 4-6? So, you know, definitely going into every season, we take that approach, you know, as a staff, trying to see what we need to tweak to make ourselves better. But we base it pretty much solely on what our talent level is and who we got coming back at certain positions. So that's kind of the way we approach every year.
You look at that 4-6 record. Yeah, you took your lumps, but you got a lot of those kids coming back.
Oh, definitely. We got a lot of kids coming back, so that's a nice thing. We lost a few nice seniors. You know, that would be nice to have them back. But hey, that's the way high school sports goes. They graduate every 4 years. So, you know, we're looking to hopefully make a push in our conference this year. You know, it's the last time for us in our conference, so we'd like to end it well.
Coach, what have you learned about your team in this first week of two-a-days? Where do you feel strong as a Falcon football team thus far?
You know, I think our leadership probably lies solely in our offensive and defensive lines. You know, I think we got some guys up there. You know, we got captains in that group, as you're going to find out here in a few minutes. And I think that's probably our strength right now is their leadership at that position where it matters the most. You know, those guys that don't get their names out there, but, you know, they're the guys that get the things done.
Josh, once again, you're going to open up against Arlington, home this year for Week 1. What do you need to work on the most between now and that Week 1 matchup with the Red Devils?
The Red Devils are always tough. They're a good team every year. So we just need to prepare, get ready for probably a run you down your throat kind of game, and just go out there on Friday and give it all you got, and we're going to beat them.
Coach, what does that rivalry mean to you personally? And then as you see the communities kind of get together, it's just, 8-10 miles down the road?
Oh, it's the rivalry. Yeah. You know, for us, same thing for them. You know, Coach Leonard does a great job over there. And, I mean, they just keep plugging in year after year. There's not a rebuilding year at Arlington. And, you know, they just keep plugging them in. And, you know, they got a great junior class. You know, I hate to say it junior. I wish I could say senior at least. But, you know, they got a great junior class. And, you know, they throw in the nice seniors that they have. And it's just another very, very good Arlington football team.
It's starting next season. That rivalry with Arlington will become a conference rivalry as you guys enter into the Blanchard Valley Conference for football. What does that mean for the Riverdale program to go into the BVC?
I like it from the standpoint that next year we only had 4 football games. You know, we had week 1, 2, 5, and 7. That was the only football games we had scheduled at this point for next year and the year after even. So it's nice that, you know, we have that off our backs. You know, we don't have to worry about getting 6 other games. So I'm just thankful that we got that opportunity, that we're going to get 10, games next year. We're going to get an opportunity to play for a conference championship, and I think that's going to mean a lot to the seniors, to have that opportunity to play and, to be back to be in the BBC. I'm from the BBC,
Yep.
So I like the BBC. I think it's a nice conference. I think they take care of their student athletes, try to award them a lot. And it's a good thing, I think, for these kids to have that opportunity.
Certainly seems like a good fit geographically as well.
Oh,
What
definitely.
shorter travel for you guys?
Yes, definitely. I think our longest travel in the BBC is pretty much our shortest travel in the NCC. Wow. But, the NCC has been a nice conference. Riverdale was there at the beginning of it. So, it's definitely, sad to see that go as well.
Josh, you're the lone junior captain. What does it mean to have that distinction this year?
Oh, it's an honor, always. But being a junior captain is, I take it upon myself to try to be the leader of at least my grade. I mean, they look up to me as the captain of my grade, and I really look to push them because we're going to need a lot of my grade to be successful this year.
We know Week 1's a big game. What other games are you looking forward to this year, Josh?
Week 3, we play Cary this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I have family from Cary, and I want to beat the crap out of them. But, I mean,
On camera, right?
yeah.
Let them know. Do you have a reunion coming up anytime soon?
No. They'll forgive me, I hope.
That's good, a forgiving family. Adding Cary to the schedule, what does that do for this program?
Oh, that's huge. I know they, kind of dropped us there, 8 years ago. It was right before I got here, because we weren't helping them out in computer points. It's understandable. We need to win games, for, teams like Cary to want to play us. And, I think these guys have done a nice job, at least win some games here in the past to allow teams like Cary to say, hey, we'll take Riverdale back, and to go over there and play Cary, that's exciting. Another great school, great team every year. It's just like Arlington. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy sledding to go over there and try to get a victory, but it's fun to have them back on the schedule. I think our community really likes to see that too.
Coach, what are some of the team goals for this year, and what do you think you need to do to accomplish those goals?
Team goals, as it is anywhere else, you want to win the first game. Okay, it's not just the fact that it's Arlington. It's just the fact that's the first game. If you can go out there and get that first win, that just helps your teams, helps your morale. Helps practice. Going into the rest of the season. Then second goal, you want to win the conference. And that's our goal. Every year. This year, being that it's our last time in this conference, it'd really be a nice thing for us to go out on top. That way, they don't say, well, you're just getting out because you can't win this conference. I don't want to hear any of that stuff, so I'd really like to see these guys go out there and do that. And the way we're preparing for that is just trying to look for good leadership. We really need these guys as captains, the 5 guys to the right of me, to step up and lead these guys as one unit. I think football is really becoming one of the last true team sports. In other sports, it seems like you can get away with that one stud or something, and you can't always do that in football. I mean, you need your guys, up front to step up and block. So, I'm just looking at these guys they need to lead it as one unit, and I guess that's what I'm hoping for, that we get out of these guys to help us accomplish our goals.
Coach, the Falcons Division 6 this year. How does that affect the small schools, 5, 6, 7, etc.?
I was looking at a lot of the teams in there, and I was like, whoa. We got some there's some pretty talented teams in that group, so I almost think this year for us, I almost feel like it's going to be harder for us to make the playoff, okay. Just with the other teams that are, the states showing that are going to be in our region. So, but still, at least, they're getting that 7th conference. I think it helps the teams more even in the Division 7.
Yeah, even smaller.
The smaller schools, I think it's, really helps them and an advantage to them, I think, with the way the state's got it broken down right now, which is a good thing. You want to see anytime more kids can get to playoffs and have that opportunity. It's a great experience.
All right, we need to take a quick break. When we come back, more from the Falcons here on WOSN.
Next round of action here in Riverdale with Jared Rickle sitting to my right, tackle, defensive lineman, and hopeful tight end. Andy Beckwith down at the end, another tackle and defensive lineman. Coach Klepfer's yelling, no, you're not going to play
You
tight
may have
end.
just cost him a spot in the depth chart.
Sorry about that, Jared. Take us through the line. Coach said that's going to be the leadership this year. How are things coming together?
It's going together pretty well. That starting line, we have all the people returning except for, I think, 2. So it's nice having all those people back. They know what they're doing. We just got to have a couple sophomores that we got to get them to know the ways, what they're doing, all that stuff. But it's really nice having all these people back on the line and having 4 captains there too. Yeah. That's always good, having all that leadership.
Andy, take us through what you guys have in the backfield, the skill position kids on the team this year.
Well, we got Josh, which you already saw. He's a very good running back, and we'll have Seth Knoll in there occasionally in the backfield as running back. And we've got a few options at quarterback, Grant Loveridge, Lee Holderman, and a freshman, Tristan Davis. And any of those are viable options that could be in there.
Does that make the 2-a-days pretty interesting? And your scrimmages are going to be important, obviously, figuring out who the quarterback is for this team?
Yeah, right now we're pretty set on one. Mm-hmm. But, there's always the possibility someone can step up. And, we're pretty set at running back right now. that's pretty solid.
Jared might take a few snaps as well. If he's not allowed to be tight end, he'll be quarterback, I think.
Jared, you look back on last season, 6 losses, but 5 of those came to teams that went on to the postseason. It was a difficult schedule. It's not going to be any easier this year, but is there more confidence with this team going into this year?
Oh yeah, they're all, because we have all these people back. We always have high expectations, so we always expect to beat every team we go out and play. So, I mean, strength of schedule, that's better for us. More points, get in playoffs, the more wins we get.
Jared, another 6 or 8 guys are in camp this year. Does that feel a lot bigger when you have 40 guys practicing and getting you through 2-a-days?
Yeah, it does. That's what we have. A lot more people going through drills and stuff. That's what you look down to your left and right, and there's a lot more people both ways. So it's good having those numbers, though. More people to get rotation, get people breaks and stuff.
As the Falcons say goodbye to the NCC, we'll say goodbye to Jared and Andy. And as they go into the BBC, we'll come back with 2 more Falcons here on WOSN.
One final time here with the Riverdale Falcons alongside Joe Vernick, our camera guy, and Mark Kuntz. My name is Andy Lynch, and we're joined by Paul Fry, sitting to my right, another offensive lineman and linebacker as well, and down on the end, Sam Wibbing, another lineman and a defensive lineman. Paul, let's start with you. So many captains on that line. How important is it to see the leadership up front?
Oh, it's a great thing because we need a lot of leadership up there because without the linemen, your running backs won't get anywhere. You need to block for them, so it helps out.
Sam, how has this line come together? Have you guys been playing together for a while? Do you feel like you know what each other's going to do at every time?
Yeah, I think we have a very talented line, most of them returning from last year.
Sam, how have 2 days gone? What's the feeling around camp? Does it feel different now that you're a senior?
Not really, no.
Same old
Just
Riverdale
another-
2-a-days, huh?
Just another day at the office.
There you go.
Paul, as we alluded to earlier, this is the final season for Riverdale on the NCC. What teams are you looking forward to playing the most in your conference slate?
For the NCC?
Yeah.
I want to play Upper because I want to beat Upper. I don't like Upper.
Do you have family there? Just like
Yeah, I have
that's
family.
what it is. Okay. Are they as forgiving as we heard earlier?
No, not really.
Okay. But I don't know if Upper Sandusky. Not too many get us up there, so you're okay. You can say that, I think.
All right.
Everybody can see us on the internet.
We do have the internet.
That's all right. I'll take them on.
The Family Feud here in Riverdale. Looking through your schedule, Arlington to start. Another big rivalry game.
Yeah, it's exciting to play Arlington because it's been a rivalry for a long time, and it's just great to play them. It's a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Sam, what do you guys need to work on the most before that game with Arlington?
You're ready.
I'd say we're pretty solid as a unit, teamwork, and
I think Sam's ready to go today.
That's
we'll
right.
Give Arlington
Ready
a
to
call.
go.
Ready ready to ready to take on the Arlington Red Devils at home, and then a couple of back-to-back road games, travel to Upper Scioto Valley, and then Cary for back home for Bucyrus. I'd like to thank all of our guests today here on the Riverdale Falcons season preview show. For Andy Lynch, I'm Mark Kuntz. We'll see you next time on WOSN.